that fanciness. All right, so yes, I know it's go away. All right, so I guess we'll start with how's everybody doing? I didn't get any emails about PPE last week, so as a reminder, if you're starting to run low on PPE, please shoot me an email and let me know what you need, and I'll forward that up the chain to the appropriate people and get you some items to replenish your PPE.
When I was at SPD, they actually gave me face masks, so I didn't use mine.
Perfect, even better.
It's quite difficult working with the face mask the whole day in the factory because your safety goggles, steams up the whole
Fog
time.
up. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, my wife has switched to not using her glasses at work because they fog up, and she has to wear a face mask the entire 13 hours she's there at the hospital. So either way, she can't see. So I guess it's better to be able to see fuzzy than see through steamy, foggy glasses.
That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah. Mohammed, morning, welcome. How things going out in Texas for you? We scared him off again. He must be having connectivity issues. Gary, how are you doing out there in Texas? Everything go well with Alcon this week?
It got pushed back till probably next weekend. So just been doing training.
No, awesome. What was the reason for the delay this time? Is it because they didn't have anybody able to come in, or?
Yeah, their operator was on vacation.
Oh, lucky him.
Yeah.
Got to figure out what that whole vacation thing is.
Well, the thing is, if you're on vacation now, where do you go? To the bathroom?
You fly to the kitchen, you know?
Yeah.
You go to Los Backyardo. Yeah. All right, good deal. So I know Nick's on vacation today. He wanted me to extend his May Day greetings to everybody, and he sent me this funny little newsletter about his alma mater. Apparently the college he went to celebrates May Day by walking around campus naked and sometimes venturing out into the streets and getting arrested by police. So I don't know, I didn't have anything cool like that happen at the college I went to. Did you guys have anything like that in your experience in the collegiate time frame?
From where I am, we didn't have anything as interesting as that.
Yeah, me neither. But, yeah, apparently this goes back to the late 60s, and even a part in here where in the 70s, one of the liquor stores would offer a free case of beer to the first male and female that walked across the street naked and came into the liquor store. So plenty of people crossing the street out there back in the 70s naked. But, oh, good times had by all, I guess. So yeah, I figure I'd share that with you guys. I found that pretty amusing. Nick sent that over to me last night. So
it's an interesting little fact.
Yeah. So I didn't even know May Day was a thing until I saw that and talked to my wife. She knew May Day was a thing. I guess in school they used to go plant trees, and I was like, yeah, we did that on Earth Day. I don't know what May Day is. All right, so we're going to have a quick little update on Mosaic today, kind of walk you guys through some of the changes that I've implemented, kind of help out everybody visually, see what's going on. We've got some projects that I got to do some work on. Got a meeting on a new project this afternoon, so I got to put together all my notes from yesterday's site visit. But as I said, you know, we'll do a quick walkthrough, see if you guys have any feedback, and yeah, we'll cut it short today and start our weekends early-ish. So again, we've got our main dashboard. You guys should be pretty familiar with this. The changes I've made are really under the project database, which got opened up here already. Oh, nope, that is not the project database. I was going to delete this template page. So yeah, so project database page, you can see here it's got this new flow board. That's really what we're going to talk mostly about today, and how it works, and you know, visualize what we've got working on, so that if you guys are interested in joining any projects, here's all of the projects that we've got going on. It built off of our naming convention list that Daniel put together for us. That's how we get all of our information on the projects and project numbers. And then we create a project page. Here's the one that I'm working on for the site visit I did yesterday. But everything's linked under active projects. Once we close them out, we can store them in completed. And you know, if we end up submitting a proposal and don't win the proposal, we'll move it over to lost projects, so that we can, you know, keep all of that information for future reference. You know, maybe some of these jobs that we lose, the customer comes back and wants to revisit it. Instead of starting over from scratch, we'll have all of the information that we gathered on our first, second, you know, however many attempts we made, that we can reference back in the lost projects. But with the new flow board, you really don't have to come down to these tabs unless you want to look at completed projects or lost projects. Active projects is where all of the S&SI project pages will reside, but you can get to those quickly from the flow board. So you probably won't have much need to come down here, but just know that every project that we are actively working on does reside in this active projects page. So the main topic that I want to go over today is this new flow board. Wanted to, wife's spending all my money over there. You hear that, guys? But yeah, so this flow board is a quick visual representation of all of the projects that we are currently working on and what stage of the project, what stage that project is actually in. So starting here on the left, you know, we've got our upcoming projects that Salim's caught wind of, or maybe one of us gets pulled into a couple meetings that, and we think it might turn into a project. We can add a card, is what they call each of these, in here, and just by typing, you know, whatever we want. Upcoming projects that we've currently got, Blue Oceans Initiative. That's the different projects that Salim was talking about yesterday, the elevated body temperature monitoring and the ventilator asset tracking are the two current Blue Oceans initiatives that we are working on. But there are new opportunities growing from this Blue Oceans initiative. So, we keep it in there upcoming. Looking at this card, we can see that Salim is tied to this project currently. If I click on this card, it brings up a little bit more information. I've linked the homepage to the Blue Oceans initiative so that you can quickly click on that card and get some information and know where that information is at. When we get to the ones that actually have project pages, there'll be a link for that as well, and we'll walk through that. So this is really the first place you want to come and look for information on a project. Or if you're looking for a project page, click on the card and there'll be a link to the information and project page in that card. From upcoming, we can move new upcoming projects into an investigation phase. And that's really, our first look into a project. Again, like I say, yesterday I went out to Hibbett Sports in Alabama. I created a project page for it in a card. We're investigating a new proposal. And if I click on it here, again, here's my S&SI project homepage. Right now, Daniel and I are going to be working on it. Get with Daniel later and fill him in because he wasn't at the facility yesterday. And we've got a meeting with internal SIC sales this afternoon to kind of go over the findings from yesterday's site visit. But here, again, I can click on this link and it'll take me directly to the project page. So automatically all of my information is here. We'll hit this project page a little bit more here in a few minutes, but I'll finish going through the flow board here. So, once we decide that, we're moving from an investigation phase into working on the actual proposal, it's as easy as moving this card from here to here. Boom, now it's officially in the proposal phase. We start working with CPM Pre, generating the official proposal, and whatnot. So it's really easy for me to move things back and forth. Really easy for you guys to see what phase of the project it's currently in. I like it how it's got the little pictures down here for the people attached to it. And it's a real easy visual representation of what's going on. I think for the team, you can come to this page, look at all of our active projects, pull up the project pages, find out a little bit more about what that project entails. And if you're interested in it, let us know and, we'll add you to the project team. And, that's one way for you guys to know what projects we're on and volunteer for different projects. If you're already on the project, you can quickly see your picture there and know that, you've been assigned to that project and quickly get to the project page. This is still being built and generated. I've pretty much got up through the pending for project pages have been created for all those. I'm currently working on the execution phase. So if I go here to Allcon, you can see, here's the team that was working on Allcon, but I don't have a project page for it yet up here in the description. Once I generate that project page, hopefully I can get to that early next week. You'll be able to click here, go to that link and start filling in the information. And, as we finish up a project, like actually Sedalia is a good option now. Daniel finished up all the work there this week. We're going to start closing out the project. So I'm going to move it over here to the closeout phase. But it's really that simple for me to manage all of the projects we're working on and keep track of where they're at. So any questions on the flow board and how it works and how to find information on the different projects?
Well, it seems quite easy. Can we add projects in there on the upcoming or investigation, or must we leave it up to you to manage the actual flow board?
No. If you have a new opportunity that you're aware of, please, by all means, come in here, add a card, type in a short description that's unique that we can identify that project with. And if you tag me in it, I will go ahead and start generating the project pages and get all of that set up so that all of that information is there. It's really easy to generate a project page. I can walk you guys through that process if you're interested. But for now, I figure I've got a pretty good handle on it, and as I'm backfilling the old projects, it'll take me a little bit of time, but once we get caught up and as long as we stay on top of things, it's a pretty quick process. I walked through one with Chris earlier this week, the elevated body temperature one. He called me up, we generated a page for it right then and there, and he started filling in all the information. So it's pretty quick and easy, but yeah, if you guys are interested in that process, I can walk you through that as well.
I think it might be a good overview to see how to do it.
Okay, sure. So, like I said, I think, I got through the pending POs one. We've got pages generated for them. So let's use Allcon as an example. So the first thing I'm going to do is we need to fill out our project naming convention list. I think we might actually have Allcon on here already. Actually, no, it does not look like we do. Okay, perfect. So we're going to start
We've got it on the 2019 list because I think the project started in 2019 already.
Okay, let me, so that's going to be on our S drive still. So let me pull up that list. So move this over here so you guys can see. So again, under NPM systems, public, S&SI, we've got our 2019 projects and our 2019 project list. Okay, so Allcon, okay, yep, here we go. Here's Allcon. So the information that, is really needed from this sheet is our project number, a customer, probably all I really need. So I'm going to move this over to my other screen and I'll pull the information. So, and if I go back to my main S&SI page under administrative tools and templates, I have my S&SI project template here. I'm going to open that up. So here's just the blank template, and come up here to the 3 dots, and I'll come down here to copy, change the parent page to S&SI active projects, and it's going to move a copy of this to our active projects list. So I'll hit copy, generates that new page. So then I'll come in here and we'll do 2019-011. That is the project number from the project list. And then I'll give it Allcon as the name. And I'll come down here, 2019-011, project name, and Allcon. NA number, I pull this off of the SRF that we have. Again, we've got that under, actually, I wonder if we put it under the 2019 projects, Allcon. Yep, there's Allcon. So, looks like we've just got scope there. So I have another list that I keep all my active projects documents. So keeping track of all of our metrics and doing our KPI, I have a project list here, and under Allcon here, I've got sales order NA numbers. So I'm just going to copy the network activity number, and I'm going to paste it in here. So project lead is at Gary Cogburn, engineering team, Mohammed. I'm going to put the at Mohammed. Other resources, I've been helping out with this one. Sales lead on this, Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, is Mike Green, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And our project manager is Jack, isn't it?
Jack Olson.
Yep. Okay, so I'll fill in all that information. I can't type this morning. So this is generally all of the information that I'll go through and fill out when I generate it, and then I'll leave it to the project manager and team to fill in the rest of it. So once all of that information's in there, we'll publish the page, and there we go. So now everybody that I commented on here will get an email from Mosaic saying that, you know, they've been mentioned on this page, and now they're aware that this is the page, and it sends you a link to get to this page. I'm also going to come through here, and I'm going to copy this page, and I'm going to go back to our active project database, which is hiding behind this weird thing. Come in here to controls upgrade. I'll add a description. And save it, and now Gary Mohammed can quickly come, click on the card, and get a link directly to the project homepage. So no searching around, but yeah, that's pretty simple process. I've done it enough times. I think it's pretty simple. But that's the nice thing about Mosaic and having that project template page is, you know, I did all the work once to generate the format and structure of it, and now I can just reuse it for every project that we have. What do you guys think of that process there?
It's quite nice. It binds everything together, and it's good at the sales and CPM, and everybody can have access to that to see it.
Yeah, and my hope is that the sales rep, since we've tagged them on it, and you know, I still need to get this information out to them, kind of doing it on a one-by-one basis right now as we're starting out. But I'm hoping that they will take this same link and put it in CRM so that anybody looking through CRM can find our project page, and it'll have a lot of the technical stuff that CRM really doesn't have, because once the salesman gets the proposal done, they kind of sign off and there's really nowhere to store all that documentation. I'll give you an example here. So on my Hibbett Sports, one that I generated last night, if I scroll down here, yesterday we got AutoCAD drawings from the facility, so I've uploaded those to the page. I took a bunch of photos, threw them in a PowerPoint, and uploaded them to the page. They gave us a couple of PDFs and Excel files that help explain their layout. But everything. Oh, actually, this one is. So yeah, is that cut right? The sales guy uploaded some type of PDF model. So awesome. He's using the page that we created to store all information on. So awesome. But yeah, this is a one-stop home for all of our information. If we make changes to it, it uploads a new version of that document so we can keep history of it. And when we close out the project, my hopes are that down the line, if tech support or customer service, I'm not really sure. Oh, he uploaded the same drawing I did. Okay. We'll be able to navigate to this page, whether it be from CRM, they see the link to the project page, or maybe they use some other system that we need to learn about and upload a link to this page. But say, a year or so down the line, they have a question about Hibbett Sports project that we did. They can come in here, find out some information, see who all worked on it, so they can have a list of contacts to reach out if they need some additional support. They'll see site contacts, notes, problem objective, our scope of work. They'll see a closeout summary, and it really gives them all of the information that they need to help the customer. Any files, they'll have access to all of this stuff where they can start trying to resolve the problem right away. And if they need additional support, they know who to reach out to. They know who worked on that project and who best to reach out for answering questions that they weren't able to do. But like I said, that's a future state. That is a process that we currently don't have in place, and it's going to take working with that group to find out what works best for them to provide them this information. But like I said, it keeps all of the information, data integrity, and it's a one-stop shop that everybody can go to. We can send all this information to CPM Pre by just sharing the page with them, and then they'll have more information than they probably need for generating a proposal. But we can upload the proposals, we can upload POs, SRFs, everything pertaining to the project is in one spot. You can quickly find it from our project page. And I think it's going to simplify our lives once we get used to using it. So any questions on this whole process of finding any active jobs that we have, that we're working on, adding an upcoming card to our flow board, the process it takes to generate a new project page, feedback, anything? All right, well, I guess if there's no questions, like I said, I'll continue generating some project pages for the remaining projects in our execution phase. Additionally, I'd like to add in some of the projects that we've closed out, and I'll probably generate cards from here. Projects, mainly, probably we'll start with SBD, Shroff, Charlotte, Dallas, just so that we can move all of the information we have off of the network drive and keep track of that. SBD is, you know, a large customer that we're going to have some return business with. I'd just like to start with them. I probably won't go too far back on the other projects unless it, you know, really becomes essential to have all of our projects in here. Or if I find myself with free time, which I'm not really sure what that is, but I've heard about it. I remember having it one point in my life. But yeah, so I think go for
William,
it.
just one question. Will you create a new tab or new row for closed out? Because closing out, we're still busy closing out.
Right. So as we're generating the old projects that are currently already closed out, maybe I'll generate a closed out section, but I don't want to store cards there because, you know, as time goes on, all of our projects are going to end up being there, and it's basically going to just grow a single column for closed out.
True.
So as a placeholder, while we're working on closing them out, generating a place for all of that old information, I think I'll just put either a new column that's closed out for us to quickly reference, or I'll just use this closing out section. But if you want to know any information about a closed out project, then you would come down to our completed project, and every project that we close out, we will eventually move from active into completed, and it will be the host repository for all of our completed closed out projects. So, you know, that'll be the place to go to look for older projects that have been closed out.
Okay, makes sense.
So, all right, so if there's no further questions, comments, or concerns, it's like Jack's trying to get in touch with me, so we'll go ahead and wrap up training today. Nice, short, and sweet. Let you guys get back, you know, a couple hours of your time. But yeah, again, if you guys need any PPE, please shoot me an email with what you need. We'll get that forwarded up the chain to the appropriate personnel and get you new PPE shipped out. Things are starting to open up. I know last night at midnight, Georgia got rid of their shelter-in-place order, so Georgia's going to start opening up, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we don't end up with another one, but only time will tell that. So yeah, hopefully we're on the backside of this pandemic, as they call it, and we'll get back to what they call the new normal, I guess, is the new buzzword, and figure out how to continue on in life, I guess. All right, well, if there's no other questions or comments, I'll let you guys go. Daniel, let me give Jack a call, and then I'll give you a call back about that ask from Salim.
Okay.
Kind of fill you in on that and give you an update on the Hibbett so that you've got an idea of what you're walking into at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Did you get that invite from Zach?
Yes, I've got that. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. All right, gentlemen. Well, if you got nothing else, I'll let you go. You guys have a great weekend and stay safe out there.
Thanks, William.
You too. Bye-bye.
Same to you. Bye-bye.